All in Sports Network. We love sports.
Welcome. I will tell you that I was very pessimistic whenever I heard that IU had hired Coach DeVries as DeVries. We'll go with DeVries as their coach this year in basketball. I'll tell you why coming up in a second. But welcome back in. I'm Kevin. Liam's still not here, but we're the Unstable Blues. Happy to present All Indiana Sports as part of the All Sports and Rogue Media Sports Networks. It's early in the season for basketball for the Hoosiers, but so far, the basketball team has been keeping up with the football team and exceeding expectations and setting some records. So let's go all in. You can follow us on TikTok and Instagram at All Indiana Sports and on Twitter at All Indy Sports. And don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. So, Coach DeVries, here's my skepticism. The IU Hoosier basketball team decided to hire a new coach, even though they knew that they were getting rid of their old coach, parting ways with their old coach about halfway through the season. They tried to invigorate the team by doing that. Maybe they'd play for the coach. That kind of worked, but it kind of didn't. And IU fizzled out as an 8 seed, getting upset by the 9 seed Oregon Ducks in the tournament. And here's my problem. They went and hired a coach at the very beginning of the tournament. You know when the best coaches are still coaching? During the tournament. And so there were plenty of coaches and coach talk about what coaches could be available. Big names. But no. They went ahead and hired what I consider to be a lateral move from a Big 12 school, West Virginia, only having been there 1 year and having the same exact record as IU did last year. He had great success at a mid-major. But you know how easy it is to have good success at a mid-major where you don't have to worry about one-and-done players and you can build chemistry over time? Now you're at IU, Indiana basketball. You're stepping into that. There are many coaches in the college world that wouldn't even want to step into that because of the legacy and the stress and the pressure that exists because it's IU, Indiana basketball in Bloomington, the heart of basketball country, where if you have even a mediocre season, as we saw last year, you could be one and done yourself. So I don't know how this is going to work out. That was my feeling. My feeling is still the same, even though there have been some amazing things happen in the first 3 games. Let's go over what those things are. First game, Alabama A&M. Ever heard of them? Me neither. Okay, well, it was the widest margin of victory for any first-time coach in IU history. Yay. It's Alabama A&M. No one really cares other than the people in that locker room and the people who want to say something about IU basketball. Am I trying to be pessimistic? No. I'm trying to be realistic here, okay? That's all I'm doing, okay? Okay. So whoopity-doo, they scored the widest margin of victory for the first-time coach in IU history. Okay. Then they went to play Marquette, at Marquette. And this Marquette team, I never know exactly what to feel, what to think about them with Shaka Smart. It's Shaka Smart, who has been successful just about everywhere he has been. To me, one of the brightest minds in coaching in college basketball. But his teams at Marquette have been good, but not good. You never know exactly what you're going to get. And so you put up 100 on them. That's great. Maybe. But we're not really sure just yet because we don't know what Marquette is yet. We still don't know what IU is yet. That's my point. All right. And then The third game that they played so far, they top Milwaukee, which is, I mean, to be fair, is probably the favorite to win the Horizon League, but it's still a mid-major. It's still the Horizon League. The only really successful Horizon League team that got a snub in the tournament is IUPUI back when George Hill played for them back in the day, to my knowledge. That's the last super successful Horizon team that really didn't get to go anywhere simply because they lost their tournament championship. But it was the first back-to-back 100-point game that Indiana has had since 2016. You see what I'm saying? Just like last week. We brought this up a lot of times last week. There are two sides to this coin. It could be amazing. This could set the stage for just a tremendous, amazing comeback to Hoosier basketball after, I wouldn't consider them dark times, but underachieving times under Woodson. But I don't know yet because the level of competition is, as many teams this year, unknown. All right. So let's take a look at the IU schedule ahead and see. Yeah, I mean, they play UIW, Lindenwood. Okay. Then they play Kansas State. Okay. But still, we're not sure. So the real season starts with Minnesota, and the real absolute test will begin when they play Louisville at Memorial Stadium, at Assembly Hall. Got to switch my modes of sports there. That's going to be the real test coming mid-December with Louisville coming to Bloomington. Until then, there is going to be lots of, okay, maybe, even if they keep winning, just because we don't know. The level of competition is very unknown or subpar, and what IU can or can't do against quality teams is going to be, I don't know. It's just how this part of the season goes. On the surface, doing some things that haven't been done in a while or never done before. We'll get a little golf clap on that. But do we really know? We don't. And I still stick to my first gut reaction, and people fought me on this when I said it, but I'll say it again, that good teams hire good coaches, and good coaches are only available toward the end or after the NCAA tournament, not at the beginning. And that is when IU chose to hire their next coach as opposed to waiting for a potentially blockbuster coach. They chose to do what I think is a lateral move, potentially even a step down. I hate to say it. Once again, I'm not trying to be pessimistic. I'm simply giving a dose of realistic nature in here because I don't want anyone to go, wow, look at this. That's the widest margin of victory. It's the first time 100 points in 2 back-to-back games. Yes, that's great. But keep in mind the level of competition. We just don't know yet. Very similar to where the Colts are in their schedule, but we'll talk more about that coming up on Monday as the Colts have a bye this week. That's all that we have for this week. Hopefully, Liam will be back next week. We'll see how his crazy end of the semester goes. We'll be back next week, or somebody will. At least I will. We'll go through the rest of the Colts' schedule, plus our weekly check-ins with the Pacers and IU football, as well as our unstable pick 6 NFL predictions and our preview of the Colts' visit to Arrowhead to take on the Chiefs next week, and maybe drop another one of these candy stripe clear out episodes in there as well. A few of our sponsors I got to hit. Open Goal, rebounder and goal setup. Can IU rebound? We'll see. Click the link in the description for more on that. Excuse me. They certainly put those last two teams, or all the teams thus far, to bed. Speaking of which, Joi Baby Sleep Sacks can help you put your little ones to bed. Click the link in the description for more. And all of this, if they're going to have a good season, is going to have to come down to proper training. Farmhounds House Healthy Treats that can help you train your puppies like at Country Mountain Dogs. Click the link in the description for more on that. And if you think of any of this is a great time to maybe look at Underdog Fantasy Sports and hit up some of those new IU players that are doing hot, and give them some love and win some money, stacking some things together. Take a look at this at Underdog Sports before we leave.
Football's back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more. Get your picks right, and you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code COLTS to score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code COLTS. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make picks. Win money. Must be 18 and up, 19 and up in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 and up, and in Colorado for some games, 21 and up in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and must be present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's 467-369.
All right, so like I said, that's it. Like and subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. Colts schedule, Pacers, IU football, unstable pick six, and Colts at Chiefs, and maybe another one of these maybe not so pessimistic, hopefully IU basketball episodes coming your way next week. I'm Kevin, and missing Liam, and reminding you to keep it all Indiana.
All in Sports Network. We love sports.